this is a sort of a book about death,
Yes.
about the finality of it all. In fact, there's a terrific line in here that I just...
It's a very funny book about death.
Right, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. That stuck with me. That was everything ends, nothing lasts, not even John Hodgman.
I know. The day I realized that was not a happy day in my life.
But it is actually, as funny as you are in the book and not, it is actually a reasonably sober understanding of the finality of it all.
Well, you know, I turned 40 and I didn't feel like doing fake facts anymore.
Right.
And I had this moment out in Western Massachusetts in a beautiful used bookstore where I would go and hang out and write. And I had this moment where the mortality really gripped me for the first time, not as an abstract, but as a reality.
Yeah.
Now, I'm very lucky. There are lots of people in much more vulnerable populations who live with death hanging over their shoulder from a much earlier age. I'm lucky that I'm a white dude who lives in the United States of relative affluence who didn't have to think about death until most white dudes have their midlife crisis into their 40s. Right. Do you know what I mean?
And by the way, that is also something that you acknowledge pretty directly in this book.
Well,
that you have it extremely good. You're a lucky person. You're a fortunate person.
That's right. I bill it as the white privilege mortality comedy of John Hodgman.
Right.
Again, truth in advertising.
Right.
I have a lot of privilege. I check my privilege. I make an effort to check my privilege every day. And
but you're self-aware enough about it to say, for instance, in this book, the reality is that I have some economic security, which makes everything a lot easier, that most people don't necessarily enjoy, and I should consider myself blessed, whatever it is that I might deal with in the course of the day.
Don't put your stuff on me. I don't know what you're talking about. I worked for every goddamn penny. No, absolutely. No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's
but
true.
I thought that was a pretty nicely said thing.
Well, you know, for a book that grew out of a comedy show, once I sat down to write it out further and could delve a little bit further into it, I realized that it was also about a lot of, while it's a very specific John Hodgman-y book, and it's, you know, my personal stories,
Right.
I realize that it touches upon a lot of moments that we all share when we reach a turning point and we're not sure what's next. And usually this comes around getting older, reaching a middle stage in life where you feel like your best work might be behind you and you don't know what's next.